Welcome to another Home Time podcast. It's Bush and Richie. The first thing that everyone is going to want to know is, how did last night go with Warren?
Good old Warren. If you listened to last night's show, I was after a ticket to go and see Everton, my team, versus QPR, which I hadn't now. No, it's fine. It was all good. And I put it out on Twitter, and some guy came out of the blue and said, I've got a spare if you want. He was called Warren.
Yep.
Met him outside the ground. Never met him before in my life. Meeting a stranger. Everyone was quite concerned for me. So obviously I left the show last night, and that waved to you, and you might never see me again, because we don't know about Warren, do we?
No, we don't. So was he there at the arranged meeting point, at the arranged time? Was there any time when you thought to yourself, oh, hang on, I've made a mistake here?
I'm in danger here. No, he's a lovely guy. He kept me up to date on text about where he was walking from, where he parked.
Wow.
And even like he said on the show, sent me a photo of the tickets, a little bit like how a Nigerian con man might prove that they're currently the person that they are. Do you know what I mean? And we went to the game together, and he knows everyone. This is the game changer for me last night. I don't normally go and watch. If I've watched Everton away, I'll normally be kind of like snuck in with the home fans of the other team. But this is the first time I've been to watch Everton away amongst the Everton fans. It's like one big family. He knew everybody, Warren did.
Hey, he's useful contact to have suddenly.
Yeah, he can introduce me to everyone, that fella. He knew literally everyone. It's a shame about the result. Obviously, we lost on penalties, but it was an amazing night. And Warren's a good bloke. We're now busy mates. Good to have you all on board at the midweek point. And I hate to get so serious so early on into the show, but I'm afraid there's a British institution that needs tearing down. It's no longer relevant for 2021, modern society, and it's time for change, and I want to start that change on Home Time tonight. I think it's time's up for the teapot.
Hold on.
Time is up for the teapot.
Hold on.
Let me explain, right? First of all, it's a terrible way to have tea, but everyone seems to love it like it's a really British thing. It's just the way we do it. My other half, Katie's parents have been down for about 3 or 4 days, and they will only have tea in a teapot. Right? Normally, I'll just make tea by chucking a tea bag in a cup, and there you go. But they'll only have it in a teapot. And it's just been awful. The thing no one will say about teapots, the unspoken truth, is they're not fit for purpose. Let me explain. 3 things that are wrong with a teapot, having tea in a teapot. It dribbles everywhere. When have you ever poured tea out of a teapot and it doesn't dribble all over your lap or on the table or whatever? Secondly, it always comes out cold, lukewarm, whenever you have your tea. And finally, you run out. The amount of times where I brought out what I thought was enough. There's some kind of equation for how many flipping tea bags you're supposed to have. And there's always me left not able to have any tea or half a cup. It's not fit for purpose.
Is this about the teapot, or is this about hosting guests for a couple of days? Because I take umbrage at your point about this. I love a teapot.
You're pro-teapot.
At the weekend, you and I, Friday, Isle of Wight Festival, Saturday morning, I woke up in the hotel. It's going to sound a little bit decadent, but there was a teapot in the room, all right? I'm in a room on my own. I had a bath, because we'd committed to a 10 o'clock breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I had a bath, and I made myself a pot of tea, and I poured myself 2 cups of tea in the bath.
So you were drinking tea in the bath?
From the teapot.
God, you're like a Winston Churchill during the war years. Darkest hour.
Felt great. I love a teapot.
They're ridiculous. They're genuinely not fit for purpose. And I wonder whether, if we get enough kind of people behind this movement, and we'll find out what the Home Time listeners think.
I think you will.
But it'll go one way or the other by 5 o'clock. Either, fair enough, I'll have to back down and people want to keep teapots, or we'll see shops taking them off the shelves for midnight tonight ahead of tomorrow's trading. So let us know, are you pro or anti-teapot? What is your stance on this?
I'm going to call it now. This is not going to go well for you.
I've got a feeling there's loads of other people out there who feel the same way.
We shall see. You're coming for the teapots now, says this text. You've taken a step too far, Bush. I turned the radio over in disgust, but it seems that you're on so many other stations as well. Don't worry, texter that ends in 1565. I am standing up for the teapots.
Well, just one thing back at you, right? I know, Richie, that you're a fan like I am of the above department store cafe where you bus your tray, yeah?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Think to those little metal teapots you get when you get a cup of tea in there. They're the worst things in the world. It dribbles down all over your legs. It's just, like I say, not fit for purpose.
So he says here the mistake people make is ceramic teapots. They don't hold the heat. Your metal teapot stays hot for ages. Doesn't look as fancy, but does the job.
But it doesn't pour. That's the problem. It doesn't work, Tricky says. And pouring into milk means you can't judge the strength. Usually comes out looking like dishwater. Had to change the word because he did a swear. He says teapots are a granny's way of making tea. This will be a day that you remember where you were and how you voted on this great constitutional issue here on Home Time tonight. Could this be the death knell for the teapot? It's an outdated way of making tea. I just think it's time's up for the teapot, and we're getting people with pro or anti views on this. CJ says, I agree the teapot's had a good run, but it's pointless. It's the middleman in the tea-making process that provides nothing extra to your tea-drinking experience. He says, kettle to cup to mouth is the future.
Oh, well, this nameless text says, I love my teapot. In fact, they go a step further here. In fact, I've got a small teapot just for me, and I use tea leaves as well.
Outrageous behaviour. Who the hell do you think you are? We've got Laura on the line. Laura, you're kind of pro-teapot, right?
Yeah, it's more relaxing to have a teapot than a cup of tea.
OK, and what do you think of Richie's outrageous behaviour of having a cup of tea in the actual bathtub at the weekend?
Yeah, I do that.
You also do that. It's decadent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
Can I ask you a question, Richie? Did you get out naked to run over to the adjacent table to top up your... You said you had 3 cups in there and using the teapot.
You put it in reach. You got to put it in reach of the bath so you don't have to get out.
What I did was I had the cup and saucer on the corner of the bath.
OK.
And then I am afraid I have to admit, I had the teapot on the seat of the toilet.
Oh, how glamorous.
Yeah, I do that. It's the only level surface in the bathroom, really.
Laura, thank you for being on my side. Someone who definitely isn't, Luke, who tweets... Luke tweets, teapot or not teapot, you're missing the point here. If you went to the Isle of Wight Festival, stayed in a hotel, drank tea from a pot while soaking in the bath, you, sir, do not deserve to go to music festivals.
It's like Louis the 16th.
Stop using the royal we here,
Oh,
by
yeah,
the way.
Richie is still pro-teapot.
Thank you very much.
But the night is young.
Richard agrees. Richard says, lads, when I was a boy, my dad worked out that if you don't want your teapot to leak, you just slightly open the top and then the tea in the cup, and then you're a happy sipper. This was the 90s. Where have you been, James?
But why are they still lifting the lids? The impetus is on the teapot to get it right first time, not a workaround. Karen in Bingley, West Yorkshire says, love listening to you two every day. Have to agree with banning the teapot. Out of date and impractical, belongs to a bygone era.
I feel like I'm getting sort of swamped up in all of this. This one's here says, boys. It's just him, all right? It's me. I'm standing on side of the teapots. Cold tea, 2 words, says Martin. Tea cosy.
Come on.
Drips, get a better teapot. Running out of tea, get a bigger teapot.
Texting the show, wind your neck in. And also, it's not 1941. I'm not getting a tea cosy. What about this one? Chris in Reading says, been trying to call in regarding the teapot scandal. Bush, I'm struggling here to accept that you were brought up properly. Your wife clearly was, as you have a teapot in your house, and confirmed by your in-laws' love of the brew. Richie also has royal heritage, clearly.
Yes, thank you very much with my 3 teas in the bath on Saturday morning.
I hope that's not code.
Chris, where do you stand on the teapots?
Well, the depot wouldn't be the same without it.
Explain. So
Really?
tell us your line of work and why is the teapot so important to you?
So I'm a train driver, and in the mess room there's a teapot, and everyone that comes in goes to that teapot and gets tea, and it's sort of quite a social part of the work site, really.
So it wouldn't be a stretch to say that the railways of this fine country would not run if it were not for teapots.
The railways were built on tea.
They were in many ways.
And the railways run on tea. So
And is it
the
one
teapot's
kind of
great.
iconic teapot? And does it dribble? And does it the tea come out cold? Because that's kind of the problem I've got with it.
It does dribble, but that adds to the character of the teapot.
Right.
There you go, Bush.
I know. I can't really argue with that, can I?
A week tomorrow as our 24-hour jukebox gets underway, raising money for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
So that's the Manic Street Preachers going to
Yep.
be playing for us, and the vaccines as well.
2 house bands.
We're going to need to up our look, because I think we were both hoping to coast through the 24 hours just in tracky bottoms.
It would be great.
Not
but
hanging out with those guys ain't
it's
going to
not
work.
going to be the case the way things are going, no.
Don't forget as well, we also have our bespoke, limited run, home time, 24-hour jukebox A3 print that we've done. Basically, it features Richie, myself, plus a load of your favourite artists that we play here on Absolute Radio. All of the funds, of course, go to the brilliant Teenage Cancer Trust. Get yours now.
Now, Bush is going to undersell this print because he's done it himself. It's absolutely brilliant. It's fantastic. There are so many of the artists that we're going to be playing. What I love about it myself, personally, egotistically, this is the only way that this would ever happen. Elton John is leaning on the DJ console right next door to me. It looks like me and Elton are mates. I mean, that's never going to happen.
Well, I wanted to bring you guys closer together because you did book tickets to go and see him 5 years ago, and it keeps getting put back every year, doesn't it?
he's put it back to 2023 now because of his fall. So, yeah, thank you for bringing me and Elton back together.
I've reunited the pair of you, and if you'd like to get this print, like I say, it's available for a limited amount of time, and it's for such a great cause, and it's only 20 quid.
Yes.
It'll look great on your wall. Find it now via our Twitter at Absolute Radio or on our Facebook page.
Come on in. Let them know where you've been.
Right. Don't want to derail the show here, and I know that obviously there's more important things going on, but I've had to go to 3 different floors in this fairly empty building to get me and you a coffee because all the coffee machines are broken.
It's interesting. We're talking about our 24-hour jukebox, a feat of endeavour that we are... Cheers, by the way. You have that too. You've earned it.
I've turned up on the show. Do you remember the caretaker in Take Heart?
Yes.
In the brown coat, he says pop in.
Mr. Bennett, wasn't it?
I feel like I'm just Mr. Bennett popping in on the show, but I've been to the 6th floor to get these.
You have. You've tried 3 different coffee machines. This is something that needs to be sorted or in play by a week tomorrow. How are we meant to do a 24-hour radio show? A feat of endeavour for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
Yep.
If there's no working coffee machine.
I mean, I'll be awful. I mean, I'm not drinking tea out of a teapot. We've already established that this evening on the show. But can you imagine, like, we can't do a night on instant. They're not doing a night of coffee on instant. Come on.
I may bring mine in from home.
What, your actual posh, super...
Actual... If I can find out that I can lift it underneath my arm and onto a train, I will bring it in.
That is going to be so... And what about your lovely, amazing, optical lens glasses that you do special lattes in as well, Richie? What about
I
those?
think we'll still go out the Absolute Radio mugs.
There's the line. It's midweek games night. Wednesdays can be a bit of a struggle as you work your way through the working week. That's why we try and spice things up with a little game that we've made up. Tonight we're playing a game called Name That Dog. Everyone's got dogs at the moment. Have you noticed in lockdown everyone's got a dog?
Yes, and I hope they're all looking after them.
I hope they're all looking after them.
Love having a dog.
He'd love to have a dog. You know, people got dogs everywhere. Great, and you probably all think to yourself, I love my dog, I love my pet, all that kind of stuff. But how well do you know your dog? That's what we're going to try and find out this evening. Can you tell what make of a dog it is just from its bark? I think that's a technical term.
Yeah, that's what they call them in the kennel club. What make is exactly that.
I love, like people say, like Sarah Champion, our lovely friend Sarah Champion. She's got 2 dogs. I wonder if she's in the park and she hears another dog bark, she can tell what breed it is just from its voice.
I'm sure back in the day, Barbara Woodhouse, there's a name for the kids.
There you are, yeah.
She would have known.
Yeah, Champion's got the same glasses on the end of a chain as well.
So, let's, shall we hear the dog in question?
We have got a dog for you. You've got to listen to its voice, stroke bark, and see whether you can guess what model it is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Just want to confirm, yes, this is really happening.
It is really happening. One more time, name that dog.
Right, give us a call.
But I'm not going to enter unless there's some good prizes.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what we got. We got your Home Time tea towel, your Home Time face mask, your Home Time badge, your Home Time mug, all in the Home Time Hessian bag.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow.
Apologies to people like Rachel who have got in touch saying my 4 Dalmatians, Chewy, Han, Leia and Kylo are going absolutely crazy at the barking on the radio. Please stop it. Molly emails to say, what were the Olympic sound dancers? That was a completely different competition. It's all different now.
It's Home Time on a Wednesday night. We are playing Name That Dog. Can you tell the breed or model of a dog just from its voice? Let's get stuck into it.
Right, Home Time, who's this?
Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Tim, where are you calling from? Are you feeling lucky?
A little bit. I'm outside Great Yarmouth in Norfolk.
Oh, nice.
Tim, name that dog. It's probably the start this feature needed. Let's move on. Home Time, who's this?
Hiya, this is Ellie.
Hello, Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie, where are you?
I'm on the Wirral.
Okay, Ellie, you've got a dog, haven't you?
I have, and her name's Daisy. We text into the show regularly.
What type of dog is Daisy?
She's a collie cross.
Okay.
But can you recognise all dogs? Here's the question. Name that dog.
I think it's a Jack Russell.
Ooh. It's good, but it's not right.
K9, as they say in Germany. Home Time, who's this?
Hiya, Jack.
Hey, Jack, where are you calling from?
Aberdeen in Scotland.
All right.
There's a joke in there about Russell, but I won't do it.
That's fine, and you're a better man for it.
I wanted to.
Hey, Jack, we've already had a winner on Tell Us a Total earlier on from Scotland, so could you make it a double north of the border? Name that dog.
Ashhound.
Oh!
Who'd have thought?
Unbelievable.
Wow. Well, I never.
Well done.
Jack, that's quite incredible. Well done. K-yes, as they say in Germany.
What gave it away? Because A, we can't even say the name of the dog properly, but B, we didn't realise whether it's got a distinctive voice.
My girlfriend's got one and it sounds exactly like that all the time.
Okay, there's a bit of malice in the background there.
Well,
Won't
I
shut
never.
up.
Well, Jack, congratulations. We've got to let you know
Yeah.
it's quite a haul that you've won. You've won the Home Time tea towel, the Home Time face mask, the Home Time badge, the Home Time mug. It all comes in the Home Time Hessian bag.
Great, thanks.
Good lad, what a Wednesday night you're having.
Little Home Time team, even more so come October, because we have now both signed up
Yes.
to go sober in October. It's just around the corner, both signed up. It's going to be exciting.
I like the fact that we're both getting football games in and out the way now. Earlier on, before this kicks in. Also, my father-in-law, Peter, has bought me another bottle of whiskey. So I'm going to... Obviously, it's going to stay in our drinks cabinet.
Yeah.
Maybe to celebrate the other side of doing this.
Yes, because no more hangovers means more energy and better sleep, which is exactly what both of us need with little toddlers.
Exactly.
You can join us by going sober this October and do whatever it takes to support people living with cancer. You can sign up today at gosober.org/hometime and fundraise with the Home Time team.
And the key thing about this is, and when this is something that's come through a lot with people getting in touch with us during the peak of lockdown, let's be honest, a lot of people were reaching for a bit of a tipple in the evenings because there was nothing to do. So this is a brilliant way to draw a line under that and get yourself back healthy again. I think we can all kind of benefit from it as well. So come and join us. So there's the podcast, there's the show. Just before we go, obviously, Richie, speaking of football, I went to go and watch my team last night. You're off to see Arsenal this evening.
Yes, this isn't some kind of League Cup podcast, but we both have gone to see our teams in the League Cup. I'm going tonight. I'm not meeting a stranger. I'm going on my own.
You're going to the game on your own?
Bought one ticket for myself, going to stand there, won't know anybody, but we're all there as gooners.
Well, do you know what, man? I'm actually jealous. I had a season ticket for 1 year of Everton, and I went on my own, up on my own, back on my own, didn't know anyone or whatever, and there's something quite nice about it.
Yeah, that's
bit
it.
of peace, you know what I mean?
Exactly. They're on my own, but we're all one family.
I like that. We should come back to this. Doing stuff on your own is a good little angle.